Kharkiv, Ukraine's second-largest city, shuddered under a Russian drone attack. 2 people were killed, 35 wounded, including 5 children. As per reports, the strike didn't discriminate. Shrapnel tore through a military hospital, dozens of residential buildings, and a dormitory sheltering war refugees. Ukraine's Air Force reported Russia launched 111 drones and 1 ballistic missile across the country. 65 were shot down, 35 jammed, but damage still scarred Kharkiv, Sumy, Odessa, and Donetsk. This was just one night in a relentless week. Zelensky revealed a staggering number: over 1,000 Russian drones unleashed on Ukraine in the past 7 days. That's more than 140 drones a day, every day, for a week straight.
Our partners should clearly understand these strikes are not just attacks on Ukrainian civilians, but also on all international efforts, on the very diplomacy we are trying to use to end this war. Russia is striking at the positions of everyone who wants to end this war.
He's begging the US and Western allies for a serious response. Saturday night, before the Kharkiv strike, he'd warned of 172 drones in a single barrage, 94 downed, but the rest a grim reminder of the threat.
It is impossible to ignore the hundreds of Shaheds, drones, every night. We expect a response, a serious one. We are working toward a response. A strong response is urgently needed, above all from the US, from Europe, from everyone in the world who has placed their bets on diplomacy. Russia must be forced into peace. Only pressure will work.
Meanwhile, both sides are pointing fingers. A US-brokered ceasefire meant to pause attacks on energy sites and secure Black Sea shipping is crumbling. Russia says Ukraine's violating it. Ukraine says Russia never stopped. France's Foreign Minister, Jean-Noël Barrot, didn't hold back. On X, he wrote, "Ukraine has agreed to the ceasefire proposed by the United States." But Russia continues its war crimes, just yesterday in Kharkiv. Who can still believe that Vladimir Putin wants peace? Europe's listening. Last week in Paris, leaders vowed to bolster Ukraine's army, even floating a foreign reassurance force if a truce ever sticks. Kharkiv wasn't alone that weekend. Drones killed 4 in Dnipro and injured 9 in Kryvyi Rih overnight.
For far too long, the US proposal for an unconditional ceasefire has been on the table, without a proper response from Russia. That says a lot. There could already have been a ceasefire if there had been real pressure on Russia. I would like to thank those partners who understand this and are pushing the necessary decisions forward, including new sanctions.
He's banking on America, Europe, anyone who values diplomacy, to act. But he's also bracing for worse: a looming Russian spring offensive in Ukraine's northeast. Zelensky is calling for action. Russia is answering with more strikes. The ceasefire is a ghost, and in Kharkiv, the scars are real. What happens next? That depends on the world's response, or its silence.